Hello everyone and welcome back to All About Alex. Well, we have finally made it to the very last video before I show the completed brand new office tour. And today I'm just going to go through the last things that we had to get done. This is a picture of the inspiration for the wall treatment that we're doing, and these are the colors that we're going to be using in the room. And here you're going to see me start to paint. So here we go. So as you can see here, I chose a very deep hunter green color. It is so gorgeous. I love it so much. I was so scared to go with such a dark color because this room is fairly small. But when I saw the wall treatment inspiration, I just decided to go for it, and it made such a difference, and it turned out so great. So my husband just put some, I guess you would call it beadboard or paneling on the wall, and we just basically used some wall glue and a few nails, and then we sanded all the holes and everything. Well, we puttied them and sanded them, and then I'm going in and I'm painting over that, so it just makes the wall have a different texture than the other walls and makes it stand out that much more. And yeah, I was so nervous when I started painting because it was so streaky. And even my husband came in and decided to take over because I guess he thought I wasn't doing it right. And it still was very streaky after he got done. But then we had to go over it, I think, 2 more times, so a total of 3 coats, just because the paneling was glossy. We should have either used a primer or sanded it, but we didn't, so it just took a minute for the paint to actually stick to the paneling, but it turned out super pretty and very smooth at the end. Okay, so my original thought was just to do the wall that we had put the paneling on, which was that one wall. If you walk into the room, it's to the left of the doors. And my husband thought that I was going to do both the doors, or both of the walls that are attached to the doors, or the doors are attached to, so that it could be a more cohesive look and not stand out so much. And I was kind of against it, but then I was like, you know what, let me go for it. And I'm so glad I listened to him, because it turned out so good. And even though that wall is just a plain wall, it doesn't have the paneling on it, but it just really ties the room together so much better than if I had just that one green wall in the room. Now, I'm usually good with cutting in and not having to tape, and as you can see, I did that very well. But then when I tried to go in with the roller in that small space, I kept getting it on the door, and I didn't want to ruin the door, so I went ahead and decided to tape, and that just made it go a lot faster, and I didn't have to worry about being so careful. And I don't know about you, but I find something so very satisfying with watching people paint. I just love seeing people get a project done, and it always seems, look from the outside looking in, very, very fast. And so I really get a kick out of just watching people paint. What do you guys think? Are you guys a fan of watching people paint, or is that like the most boring thing ever to you? Okay, so here hubby is putting in the shelving, and he made all of this, guys. It was very, very simple, and we painted them the same color as the wall, and it just looks so, so good. And I'm just so grateful to him that he is willing to do these projects for me. Okay, so we got the first shelf up, and then he realized he needed more anchors to make it a little bit more sturdy. So we had to wait and order those from Amazon. And he put the shelves in another day. But here, the grand princesses are helping me dust and clean the wall because now that the shelves are up and everything is done, the decorating starts.
Is it comfortable?
And then we also got this bed, this sofa bed from IKEA. It had came in that day, and so they wanted to, check it out and be the first to test it. Now here, my husband is replacing the curtains that we used to have in there. We used to have some sheer curtains in there when it was a dining room, and I wanted to put in more of privacy curtains since it will serve as a guest room sometimes. So, and I wanted to raise them up to give the room a little bit more height. So that's what he's doing here. It's decorating time. Here I was just showing my son some of our wedding stuff from when we got married, and that was in 1998, y'all. We are getting ready to celebrate our 24th wedding anniversary. This guy right here, my son, was only 1 when we got married, so I just loved showing that to him. And I'm just unpacking this cabinet here. It's going to go in my son's room, and I'm going to make room, take this out to make room for the office equipment. And here is a quick overview of everything that I got from the room. I have been picking up things here and there for months and months and months. So I got this stuff over time, and I knew the scheme that I wanted to go with for the room. So I was just picking up things here and there. And so I'm just kind of showing you an overview of all of the things that we got for the room. We actually got that cabinet for the entryway, but it was too small. So it actually worked perfect in the office, which I'm so happy about. So here I'm going through and cleaning the walls with some wood cleaner, and just making sure everything is nice and dust free, and then I'll start in with the decorating. And just like the rest of my house, this room was no different. These shelves were very challenging for me to decorate. I kept putting things up there and then taking them down and then reorganizing it and then bringing things in from other rooms, etc., etc. And I didn't get it done for several days later, so you won't see the finished product in this video, but you will see how it turned out in the room tour. Now this thing here I got from IKEA. It is an under the bed storage container, and it's made specifically for this sofa bed that I got also from IKEA. So I wanted to get that to be able to store the sheets and blankets and things like that that are going to stay in this room for guests. And I didn't have a closet or anything like that to put them in, so I wanted to get this to keep it out of the way but also convenient when we needed it. The next thing we did was put the shades up on the glass French doors, and those turned out very, very cute. And then I'm going to be showing you where I spray painted the knobs that were on the TV cabinet that you saw in there. They were black, and I wanted them to be more of a bronze color. There's nothing else black in the room, and they turned out really, really well. And now here I am putting them back on, and that is it for the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, and I would hope that you would please consider subscribing to be a member of the All About Alex family. We would love to have you. And again, this is the last video in this series before you see the completed room tour, so stay tuned for that, and I hope you have a very wonderful and blessed day. Bye.